Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty by CD. I am your friend, your teaching buddy, Cynthia. So today I wanted to show you how to make a wig with just two bundles. So here you have a 5x5 closure that's not been plucked or colored, anything. Nothing is totally raw, nothing happened. Straight texture. I'm using this white cardboard to show you how the hairline originally looks. It fades out a little bit and then it comes in, but it still needs to be tinted, plucked, bleached, all of that good stuff. And it's about two bundles of hair. I'm using a 21-inch block because the person has a small head. This is how I get set up so I can do wigs or weaves. I do a whole bunch of needles. There's probably 50 needles there and it gets me to go really fast. So I'm going to start off with my closure and I'm going to align it along the cap. As you guys probably already know, you want to make sure that your lace closure starts down past the cap. So bring it down maybe a half an inch. You don't want to see it, the black part. You want to see the mannequin head. So you see how the mannequin head, you can see the lace where it starts. Yeah, you don't want to see the black part. And then I'm just sewing down my closure, and I am using this, you guys, is a concealer pencil that I'm using by Kat Von D, and it gives me really bright lines so I can see what I'm doing. These are just directional lines so that I, one, can, place my tracks accordingly, and two, that I can keep track and keep a visual of where I need to track and lay down my tracks, because there's only two bundles. And if you're a person who lays down tracks and you start to stack them really closely in the back, guess what? You just ran out of hair, and I have to be conscious that this is two bundles and it can be done. You figure about 2 finger spaces and you just move along. But definitely make sure you are pacing yourself, because you can definitely lose hair and your spacing, and you may have to go in the back or the middle and remove some of the hair. I started off doing double in the back, mid head, I would say, with an occipital bone. Can I say that word? I can't say it. So this is where the little point in the back of your head is. Around there I started going single so I don't run out of hair. Anyways, at the top you want to make sure that you are putting at least a track, for me at least, on top of the closure. This helps it to stay, and for me this adds a little bit more tension, so it pulls it, it stretches it out a little bit. And that is the finished look, you guys. It was a really quick wig. I comb her out and then I get her prepared for the bleaching. And this is how the cap looks inside out. I've already cut the excess cap off, and this is how thick my bleaching is. You want to make sure all of your hair are away from the front, of course, and just have your bleach be very thick, toothpaste like, almost just thick enough so that way it doesn't seep through. The thicker the better, I would say. So I mix it up for a little while and I just added it in there, and you let it sit for a little bit. It's better that you add a foil, which is going to help the chemical process a little bit. So I set the foil on and I left it alone. And as you can see, you see the yellowing happening. You want to watch your closures when you're bleaching it, even frontals. You want to really watch. I've taken it off so that you guys can see what it looks like underneath. It's so thick that it's not seeping through. It's a very neat job. None of the bleach is coming through any of the holes, like it's staying in place. It's just like a thick coat of white creamy bleach just sitting there. So I went ahead and I washed her off, and the bleach took some. I don't leave my bleach on for 30 minutes or anything like that. I watch it to taste. So it's almost like when you're cooking, to taste. I watch it to taste. So I make sure that I see it's starting to yellow. I don't like to overly bleach anyways, because there's a lot that I do to make it prolong. So I bleach it just a little, just a tad, so that way I can go and just do my doctoring up. I'm finding my middle part so I can start the plucking process. And what else did I do? The plucking and the coating of the lace closure. I don't think I showed that, but I do have other videos showing you guys how I coat it. meaning how I make it look like it's even more bleached. So since I bleached it a little, I made sure that I am going ahead and coloring it in the back when I flip it over. So I would add a little tan spray to it, put a little bit of got to be spray on it, and then powder it down so that the lace looks a little bit more punched up, like it was bleached a lot. And this helps the closure to be very apparent in terms of it looking like it's bleached, but it saves and preserves your lace closure. And you can thank me later. Anyways, I'm trying to keep up with this video so that I'm showing you guys what I'm doing. So that's the original hairline. I'm going to start to pluck, and there's tons of plucking videos, but I figured I will show you a little bit since I was already moving and making this wig. I pluck a little bit in the parting area so that it's not a straight deliberate line. And here's how one side looks. I'm going into the left side and I'm plucking. I take a little strip, pull it down, and I start to pluck randomly. Then I take another little strip and I move up gradually so that it looks like it's fading, like you have thinning edges, not so full, because you don't really have that. And since this is a 5x5, she will be able to pull up her hair a little bit, maybe do a left part, right part, more parting options with the 5x5s. I just think everyone should have 5x5s. I only buy 5x5s for my vendor these days anyways, so 5x5s are definitely a good idea. You can make them look like mini frontals. I do have a video on how I made a mini frontal look out of a 5x5 unit. I will show you that later. So I went ahead and I cut just a little bit of hairs down. I didn't really want to go crazy with the baby hairs. She didn't really request it. I just wanted like fly away wispies so the hairs can lay down but not be like a straight line. And that's it. And I let it dry overnight. Room temperature, and it turned out really, really good. So this is how the finished product looks, you guys. I just wanted to show you this 2 bundle closure video, and that not everyone loves having hat hair or 3 to 4 bundles plus a closure or a frontal in their head. Some people really want it super thin or very natural. As you can see, 2 bundles is all that you need, you guys. I just wanted to show you. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.